What is up, flock? Feenix here, and welcome back to another Farming Simulator 25 Feenix Moment. This is where we talk about everything that happened last week, everything that happened this week, and so on. Now, before we get in last week, you guys know we have to start by thanking some very awesome people, and these very awesome people are channel supporters, help support the channel every single month. And one of the perks of being a channel supporter is you get your name shouted out at the beginning of every Feenix Moment. So without further ado, let's run down this list of absolutely awesome people. At our Ultimate Flock tier, we have JT Pethards Gaming and Bear Claw. Then in our Elite Flock tier, we have Firefire Romney, AJ Fisher, Tech Guy 191, Cast Pajamas, Dylan Marks, Battalion Chief Matt Carter, Redneck Gaming, Jason Buford, and our new Elite Flock member, Mr. Pierce Custom Gaming. Thank you, Mr. Pierce Custom Gaming. I hope you enjoy your stay, sir. Much appreciate the support. And then our basic flock tier, we have Zenith Harris, Adam Street, and Adam Streets. Have I been saying streets or have I been saying street? He hasn't corrected me, so I'm going to say I said street. Anyway, and Mr. Matt Householder. You're now Matt Householder. Anyway, thank you guys so very much for your continued support. It does mean a lot to me, and as always, I love your faces. We also have to thank two people who donated during Friday night's live stream. Redneck Gaming donated twice, once $5 and the second $2 for a total of $7, and then Cody donated $9.99. So thank you guys for your support as well, and it really does mean a lot to me, and I love your faces. Let's move on to our comment of the week. This one comes from Pierce Gaming, as Custom Gaming as well. He is the modder who did the Peterbilt 340 dump truck that we covered in last week's Mod Spotlight. He says, I appreciate the review, means a lot to me. I see if I can get update for it when I can. And I didn't reply to him on that because I replied to him in Discord message. And I love hearing that. And him and I had a short conversation, and he is very much like Jesse, aka Firefire Romney. If you remember back in the day, I said some stuff about his mods, and he didn't take it as negative. He took it as motivation to, and that's the only reason why I do the mod spotlights. It's just to point out like areas of improvement for next time. I don't try. I know I have in the past to crap on anyone for their work. I try just to point out things where it can be improved. And I'm glad to see that there's another modder who has watched my mod spotlights and had a mod featured, and then just decided, like what people should do, and take my feedback as encouragement on how to do better. I'm not the world's greatest mod. I know how to mod. I know how to put a mod in the game and all that. I have no desire to mod anymore, simply because the modding world and just the world in general is just so for every one of me, there's like 10 guys that would just like sit behind their keyboards and crap on every last little thing you do wrong, and what's not right and all that. Me, I tried to the mod spotlight to begin with is because I like your mod. I saw it, I liked it enough that I downloaded it, I put it in game to test out and play with it, and I like it enough to feature it in mod spotlight. So for me to even do your mod means I like it, and in some way or another. If it doesn't, if it's not perfect, it doesn't mean that I hate it and I hate your work. And I just appreciate guys like Jesse and Pierce Customs who take that and like, hey, this is fuel for me to do better. And I'm glad to say that Pierce Customs, he's already shared an update with me. He's fixed some things that I pointed out in the mod spotlight that could be improved, and he's done it, and that's cool. I like that. So I appreciate your work, Pierce Customs, and I appreciate the kind words. And let's go ahead and talk about last week, what happened last week. So there wasn't a mod spotlight or mod spotlight, a Feenix moment, because I was running on empty by the time I got to Sunday. the whole weekend. I was just go. Monday was Monday? Yeah, Monday was the first day that I actually like had time to sit down and do anything. And I was just like, well, it's too late to record a mod spotlight. So actually, no, it was Tuesday was the first time I actually got to sit down on my computer and do something. So from Friday night until, okay, that's a lie. Saturday afternoon, I did get time to upload the truck convoy from Saturday morning, but it was go, and just didn't really have any time to sit down and do it. I didn't have enough time to sit down and record my Feenix moment for sure. I didn't do it Friday night because I was just so dang tired that so anyway, that's why there was no Feenix moment, but I did get everything else uploaded. I did get stuff uploaded for this week, and I got some stuff recorded for this week, so we're ahead of the game this week, so that's a plus, right? But other than that, other than being super busy last weekend, not really much has happened this week, other than just banging out work left and right. I did finish Better Call Saul, and I know this is a very unpopular opinion that I'm about to say, but for me, Better Call Saul was better than Breaking Bad. That's just my opinion. I like the Saul Goodman character better than I like Walter White or Jesse White. And like my main problem with Breaking Bad was, and I don't even remember her name, Walter White's wife. She annoyed the living daylights out of me, and I couldn't stand her. And there wasn't really that kind of character in Better Call Saul. I will say this, that both shows did an amazing job at making the bad guy look like the good guy, if that makes any sense. So it was very much like you know that the main character is the one in the wrong in this situation, but the other person is being just such a butthole about it that you're kind of rooting for the bad guy. And that, I think it's one of the reasons why that show was so great, is because you're conflicted because you're rooting for the bad guy because the good guys are buttholes. So I don't know. That's just my opinion, but great shows. I 10 out of 10 would recommend both of them. Just don't watch El Camino. It was 2 hours I wish I got back. And it definitely wasn't the greatest idea for them to do that. Just skip out. Do yourself a favor, if you ever watch Breaking Bad, if you've never watched it before and you're thinking about it, watch Breaking Bad and just go right into Better Call Saul and skip El Camino. I should have listened to PJs there. PJs was 100% right there. Skip El Camino. It is definitely not worth the 2 hours. But anyway, so that, and then I started watching Wednesday. I figured I'd finally pull the trigger and watch it. I watched the Ed Gein. This is all me watching stuff as I'm working. I did watch the Ed Gein show on Netflix, and that's another few hours I wish I had back too, because that was, my brain still can't process what the hell that was. If any of that, and it's I know it's amped up, and how do you put it? I don't know, but if any of that's true, just what WTF? Like what? Dude, the nipple belt is what got me. I was just like, what? What are we doing now? Okay. Anyway, I say now, but that was like back, in the 50s or something? Jeez. Can you imagine how many sickos were out before, like, law and crime was a thing? There's people out here doing Ed Gein stuff on the reg, and no one ever investigated it. Can you imagine how many, just like, we catch sickos today because there's cameras on every corner, and there's the internet, and you know, people are very easy to track. So we catch sickos these days like crazy, and there's some sick people in the world. But then you see people like Ed Gein that went for so long, and then he got like, he was doing some stupid, like he got stupid about it, and that's how he got caught. Can you imagine how many people like before then was just doing the same shit and just not getting caught because there was, I don't know. That's my main takeaway from the whole Ed Gein show. Is just like, oh, you know, people were doing that long before him, and he just got dumb about it and got caught. Anyway, sorry, I went off on a tangent there, and I apologize. It's just, that's my brain at work. Anyway, let's talk about this week and what to expect this week. So, first off, Sunday, Feenix moment. You're watching now. If you're not, you're missing out. That's on you. As Monday goes, will be a mod spotlight of what I'm not... Oh, yeah, it's already uploaded. I believe it's of the Volvo WIA mod, I believe. I'm not 100% certain on that, but I think that's what it's on. And then... Actually, I could tell you. Hold on. Yeah. It's on the Volvo WIA mod that I completely forgot on that T600. So that will be up on Monday. Tuesday will be House of Ash. We're on the 9th episode of that. And there's only one more. No, there's 2 more episodes after that. Then Wednesday will be another mod spotlight of a Chevy Cat Eye 2005 Chevy 2500 HD. Thursday will be the start of a new series, and that is going to be Water Park Simulator. I did get some of that done. My computer lasted long enough for me to record a few of that. So I wanted to do a series of that, so I'm glad my computer actually allowed me to do it. And hopefully I can my computer keeps letting me do it, because I really enjoy that game, and I really want to see it through. And then on Friday, there'll be another mod spotlight of, I think that's going to be the trailers video. I just got a bunch of trailers to do. So that will be on Friday, along with Feenix Plays of Comic Book Store Simulator. So that'll be the upload schedule. As far as live stream goes, we'll have a live stream on Friday, the Feenix moment for sure. That's the only one I can guarantee for you. I don't know, especially with this week and next week, I don't know if I'll be doing any others during the week. Now that my computer, knock on wood, is normalizing. Hopefully I can find something to do. I don't know when the next state for ATS is coming out. Maybe we'll do some more Firefighting Simulator and do some of the modded ones, or maybe we'll just finish out our storyline so we can unlock everything and do some of the modded ones. We'll see about that. And then JT is the only other one live streaming these days. He streams on Sunday mornings, usually like late morning, early afternoon, and then he also streams every so often on Saturdays. So if you enjoy anything that you've seen us play before, like he does Among Us, he does Construct Sim, he's done Firefighter Sim. What did he do this past week? I don't remember. But if I'm available, which I will not be around this week, right? Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna be out of town this Saturday, so which we'll talk about in next week's video. But so yeah, if I'm around on Saturdays, I usually do join him. But his channel is linked down in the description down below with PJ's channel. If PJ's randomly decides to stream on Thursday night, he usually streams around the same time I do on Friday nights. He usually streams anything you see on my channel. It says with Cast Jams and titles, I'll record it while he live streams. So both their channels linked in the description below the video if you want to check them out. And that does it for me. So if you guys did enjoy today's video, do me a huge favor, leave a like down below. It does help me out so very much, and I do appreciate it so very much. If you guys do want to see Feenix Moments, be sure to click that subscribe button if you guys want to be notified whenever I ever do go live or upload a video. Click that notification bell. As always, guys, thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.